Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here, back with some more Wizard of Legend. I actually made it to level 3-2 last time, which I'm very happy about. Let's go ahead, do a little bit of shopping, and set up our spells. Now you might be thinking, but Boris, I wish I could just turn on one of these videos and you would just start playing the damn game. I don't want to see you, like, buying stuff. The reason for that is simply that I just want to have a chance to explain what some of the relics are, and some of the spells, and show you how I'm loading things out and why I'm doing that. Perhaps in later runs in the series, I will take a more backseat approach where I'll do all this at the end of the video as a bonus and then just like start the next video by playing right away. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and buy some relics. I'm buying these mainly just because I want to unlock the pools, not necessarily because I need them, although it just does so happen that I want Yuffie's Shawl. In fact, let's go ahead and do a run with Yuffie's Shawl. Yuffie's Shawl is just an item that increases armor. And with this, I am actually going to also purchase a robe. We're going to get Grit. Now, I talked about why I think Grit is not as good as Vigor in the previous video. Long story short, I think that health is better than armor. But one of the reasons why health is better than armor is because of rounding. And if you take, with the 8% armor that you get with Grit, if you take 12 damage or less, you don't actually get any damage blocked. However, if you stack armor, that can make the armor better. So now I think it's like, let me take a look at the exact number from Yuffie's Shawl. What does it give you? 5% additional armor. So now with 13% armor, that widens the minimum damage that I can take and still actually get an armor reduction from it. So hopefully I'll be a little bit hale and hearty here. Let's take a look what else is here. So we've got the Greased Boots. Those are an interesting ones. They make your dash travel longer. I don't actually like playing with them. I think that makes it worse. And then this Augur of Poetry, that's just one of these resistance things. This increases your resistance to earth damage. So there's a and it's by 25%. So there's I think like a series of 5 relics, each of which gives you 25% resistance to damage of a certain type. And of course the earth, fire, and ice ones are more valuable because you're definitely getting an earth, fire, and ice boss. Now, a good rule of thumb is that the more expensive stuff typically is the stuff in the higher pools. So I don't know if we've unlocked pool number 2, but I'm just going to buy this because it is expensive, and it's just a good rule of thumb even if it's not perfect. We'll get the Ring of Reserves. This adds an extra charge to spells that have a charge, which you can use like in the most obvious way possible, is just by having a run with lots of charged Arcana and the Ring of Reserves. And I will actually get the Arcana Rewards card as well, just because I actually want to play with it. I will use that at some point. It's just a good all-around relic because it makes Arcana cheaper. I'm actually going to get the Battery of Tyrannus. This increases your electric damage. I do like doing all electric runs. It's one of my favorite elements in this game is the Lightning Arcana, so I think I might actually grab that while I can. And then Super Carrot Cake is a good one, but I don't like starting with it. That's the one that increases your health every time you get hit. It's much better to, for example, start with the Vampire Goggles, the fan favorite, most beloved relic of all time in this game, which regenerates health every time you get a critical hit, and then get the Carrot Cake to increase your maximum health, than it is to start with the Carrot Cake and hope that you find some way of healing, because ways of healing in this game are few and far between. Okay, we have a signature, which I don't recommend buying because it's overpriced and you'll unlock these all anyway. But actually, there is a selection of dashes here. So let's go ahead and just upgrade one of our dashes and work on the Arcana pool, getting that unlocked. Neither of these is my favorite particularly, although I don't think any dash is that great. We'll go ahead and grab the Searing Rush. Ion Spike. I think I'm going to grab that. Okay, so now we actually have a dash, other than the basic bitch dash. Searing Rush just leaves fire, so enemies that follow you after you dash get damaged. Basic is actually as my next priorities. I'd like to get a new basic Arcana. And then let's take a look at, actually I'm going to see if there's any good signature options here. Spiraling Typhoon, man, Alright, we're going to play one with Spiraling Typhoon. This is that thing that I picked up and was like, I hate this spell. And then I was like, oh, this spell's not that bad. So we'll try that. And then, what's Ion Spike? Generate a charged orb that syncs up with nearby orbs. Oh yeah, that's actually not a bad one. So what you do here is you can actually shoot out 2 orbs. Or is it 3? Let me take a look here. 1. Yeah, so you can set out a couple of them. And then they make electricity between each other. Honestly, I like lightning. That's not my favorite lightning spell. I think it takes more skill than I have to use it effectively. And we'll go ahead and, I guess, use Seismic Entry So this is one of my favorite closing moves. Not all closing moves are alike in this game, for sure. Some of them, you know, are just better than others. Some of them leave you less. Well, okay, in my opinion, I don't know if I'm objectively correct on this, but some of them give like enemies less of an opening than others. And I really like seismic entry because what it does is it jumps, and then when it lands, everything that's in a pretty big area around it gets pushed back and is stunned. So that one, I feel like less so than other ones that I've seen, gives enemies a chance to attack you. All right, we got ice, earth, and then fire. So if I'm not horrible, we might be able to see the earth boss. I did make it to floor 2 last time. Almost to the boss, actually, really, of floor 3. We almost got to see the earth boss. I'd like to have him on camera once. Well, hopefully more than once. Put it that way. I just missed everything. Oh my god. Actually, it's a little bit awkward because my signature move locks me in place. So if I don't have everything under control... Okay, yeah, I don't know. This is going to be... It's gonna be a pretty tough run here because I need to basic bitch arcana everything down unless I'm sure that everything that's on the screen is in my Typhoon. The other problem is that the bosses are immune to... Oh god. Oh god. Oh jeez. Bosses are immune... Oh, can I get you guys? Yeah. Bosses are immune to crowd control. Is there a guy behind that pillar? Okay, good. I thought there were, maybe. Oh no! Oh, I actually was able to move away. You know, this might have been a good run to have armor. Or not armor, sorry. This might have been a good run to have cooldown reduction because I need to use these things a lot. Otherwise, I'm just basic bitching, and I'm not kiting things. I'm like in hot and heavy range. Okay, so we've got the cookie box, which makes more health orbs form. This plague sprite that poisons. This thing does more damage with fire, and then these guys heal you on a crit. So the vampire eyeglasses, you know, if you're not building around them, they are still good. That's part of why they're just such a beloved item. They're just always good to have. Like, even if I don't have anything that increases my crit chance, it's still good to get healing sometimes, because healing is so precious and so... What the heck? Okay, so these guys that have the stone, which is definitely one of the more odd ways of fighting, they are deceptively tricky. You're gonna see that I am super as well as duper cautious, and the reason for that is that they telegraph when they're going to jump, but they can actually change the location of the jump. So when you see a red circle underneath their thing, that means they're going to jump, but you don't know where they're going to jump, and they can change the direction mid-jump. So if you hang out too close to them, you will get dicked. Alright, this is the guy who lets you give him an Arcana, which right now is going to be Seismic Entry, because you can't give him anything else, as I explained in the previous video. He can't take your basic Arcana, he can't take your dash Arcana, because then you won't be able to do basic attacks or dash, and he can't take your signature because that's locked in. So he's always going to take one of your standard spells, and right now I've only got the one I began with. So, I don't... And then I might be able to replace it with something. Oh my god, how am I actually going to kill this thing? Oh my god, I don't know how I kill that thing. Can I reach it with my Typhoon? Okay, that's good. And we're gonna have a challenge room here. Oh no, it's these guys, my nemesis. They're not gone, they're just off the side. Okay, getting some damage done with my jump. Basic bitch Arcana. Not my jump, my dash. There we go. Alright, can I try this? Can I be more a little more proactive? Let's try that. Can you guys stand in the fire, please? Wow, uncooperative. Luckily, Spiraling Typhoon is smart enough not to shove me off to the side. Man, I'm gonna need some more Arcana here. I am in a heap of trouble. Because once the enemies get even remotely challenging... Okay, I don't want to go over there and... Oh, you're gonna come over here? Okay, you do that. Thank you. I wish you had done that sooner, my fair lady. My fair ice maiden. Oh my god, I really want a better basic Arcana. That's top priority. I don't know if I'm going to have enough gems on this run to actually do that. but I would like to... Ooh, what does that do? Oh, that's nifty. That might actually be pretty good for doing damage to bosses if I can get up there. Okay, here is the Arcana Shop. I think this is... I mean, the Vampire Glasses are good, but it'd be nice to get something else. Okay, so Creeping Tendrils is very similar to the Typhoon. It's a very short-range thing, and it freezes things and does damage. Don't like it that much. This is a long-range spell. This is the thing that surrounds you with ice spikes. And then Earth Knuckles, it's a basic... I don't want to buy it for in-game gold, because I don't think it's actually quite valuable enough, but I will get this card as Prime. So now I can have this shield, and we're going to go for a melee strategy. I will like to pick up one ranged ability, like I said in my last video. I do enjoy a 3-to-1 split. Okay, always gotta be careful when you get that like little dwarf platform that you don't fall over. You can't just assume that going all the way to the edge and then jumping and then dashing will get you in the right spot. Oh my god, is there gonna be... Oh, that's gonna be difficult. That is... Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna dash, dash, typhoon, dash, jump. Yes, I will now narrate all of my moves. Okay. Oh, I can't actually reach him with basic Arcana because the icicles were doing such a good job keeping him away. Okay, off you go then. Okay, that was good. I actually took no damage there. I've definitely had better spell loadouts and taken more damage than this. I am, I guess, just being very cautious in light of the fact that I have a weird loadout. Alright, there's the boss. I will fight him last. Can I put you into... you into a pit? No, I cannot. Can I put you into a pit now? Nope. How about now? What do you think about? What do you think about now? Going into a pit? Come on! Alright, well, anyway. He died, so the things he summoned died. We're at 92%. Yeah, okay. I was trying to jump enough to get to that thing. Oh, it actually went pretty well. I mean, that was a really, really easy room, so I don't know why I'm congratulating myself for killing 2 melee guys and a stationary projectile shooter. Alright, there's a chest there. I don't know if there's gonna be another challenge in that room or not. Because there was already a guy there, but sometimes there's a guy in a room and then more guys come. No, I guess just kill one stone guy, get a chest. Ooh, what's this? Rippling Rupture, not my favorite range spell. Here's what it does. You see, it's not very visceral. It's not like, oh, cool, I'm doing something. But if you manage to get an enemy onto it, then it'll take damage for a short period. I'm trying to see if there's a place I'm obviously missing, and I actually don't see what the obvious path is that makes me 97% instead of 100. It might just be that I didn't fully like explore every cranny of a room. I'm gonna check what's the vampire goggles. Yeah, let's go ahead and get them. The earlier you get them, the better, because the sooner that you get them, the faster you can start getting some of your health back. Okay, well, this is, you know, okay. I actually am on the first floor, and I already, oh wow, I got my signature charge up. Sweet diggity dingles. Oh no, what, wait, whoa, did my Cardus Prime, like I don't think I actually dodged those things. I think maybe just my Cardus Prime blocked them, which is pretty no, I did not block them that time. Okay. I'm just trying to get an opening here. Oh, I think I took some hits on that one. Alright, well, it could have been worse. Could have definitely been worse. Mostly at full health. Alright, so I got some work to do. I'm going to go ahead and take a cut, and then when I snipe back in, we'll go ahead and move on to level 1, 2. Alright, let's get to work. Move on to the next level. That was the first stage that I did before the cut. Oh my god, I thought it was already time to fight the boss. Whoops! Alright, well, do one more level here of Iceville. What the hell was I doing? I know this is weird because you were watching the video and you're seeing everything as it happens, but me, it's just like I had a whole day. Right, okay, I remember now. I got this one long range move. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. And again, I am breaking everything because every little bit of gold helps, and every once in a while you even get a health orb. Now for these, I like to jump right into the pit and die. Oh, no, I like to do it twice. Okay, wow. You know, I could have just used my jumping move, but that would have been way too clever. So yeah, one thing I like to do on these levels is if you can get over to the platform with the mage, you know, you can push them off, which is convenient. But if you fall down the pit twice yourself, it's probably not worth it. Oh, I almost actually got my signature charge, man. If I can get to the next fight quickly, I can maybe fill it up. Come on. The problem is I don't actually like to race to the next level or the next room, because I want to make sure I get all these breakables, you know? Oh my god, really? Oh, pathetic. Okay, let me jump on this because I think one jump should kill it. And then, did I really get hit there? Did I really get hit? I got hit. Okay. And so you can see that even though I don't really have any synergy for these vampire eyeglasses, my health is at a pretty good level, just because I have all of that armor from my relic and from my robe. Now these guys are a little tricky because you can't stun them. Oh, maybe I can push them into a pit? Oh, look at that flame dash. Making it happen. Okay, I'm gonna break these bookcases. One nice thing, one of the reasons I like things that orbit you, like these kind of melee things, is that they make it really easy to break stuff. You can just use the ability and it breaks. Oh my god. Very careful about these gentlemen because their lances are rather deceptive. They really reach far with them. Okay, I actually found a health orb earlier, which is quite helpful. And then I ended up losing that health anyways. You know, Air Typhoon is growing on me. Oh, okay, that was a signature that I apparently had charged up. So there's my Q move, the Rippling Rupture. Halting those melee guys in their tracks. You do really notice, like once you start to get further in the game, you really notice how much easier these early levels are. Because like the melee people don't race after you, for example, and that makes a huge difference. So one of your real objectives in these early levels, like once you start to get the hang of the game a little bit, is to try to just get through taking as little damage as possible. Obviously, if you're bad like me, you're still going to take some damage, but if you can just cut back on that damage a wee tad bittle, that really helps. Okay, so I definitely don't want to buy the health potion because it's going to waste most of the healing and make future health potions worse. So this is the thing that, forget, it makes you 25% resistant to some element. Pendulum is good actually, it lowers your cooldowns. Now the Super Carrot Cake is not a bad pickup here because this, you know, every time I get hit I add to my maximum health, and then there's always a chance that in the future, if I have a really good streak, I can actually like heal up with my vampire glasses and get that health back. So I think I'm actually gonna grab this, and then I would pick up the Roxel's Pendulum as well. My spells loadout is maybe not the most ideal loadout, but once you are all filled up on your spell slots, you know, spells definitely have less value because you're not getting the value of a new spell, you're only getting the marginal value of the improvement of the new spell that you just picked up versus the second best spell that you would have had in that spot. So it's, well, that's actually not true, it's not the second best spell. It's the marginal increase in value from the new spell as compared to the worst spell, because you're going to be getting rid of your worst spell when you pick up your new one. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure how this signature move works, the Air Typhoon. It seems like you can move somewhat while you have it activated. I just don't know how much. Wait, I missed a relic over here. The pinwheel. Okay, so what this does is it just makes air damage more, which is not amazing, but it's not bad either because I do have a signature air move, and I still actually have my basic bitch. Well, my basic bitch basic attack, the air slash, which I haven't managed to improve yet. Okay, so these are not my favorite items here. They're all a little bit double-edged in the wrong way. So the Cestus makes it so that you do more damage with your basic arcana, but you decrease all other damage, and it's pretty significant. Your basic damage is 40% higher, and your other damage is decreased by 25%. Armor of Greed gives you armor, but it makes things more expensive in shops. This is much better later in the game, like right before you face the final boss. Obviously, with a lot of shops still to go, this is not a good thing to pick up because you end up getting a lot of, like, it's a pretty significant increase in price, and you still have a lot of shops you might want to go to. And then this is a really weird one. I highly recommend never, ever, ever getting these flashy boots. So you can dash a whole bunch with them. Like, they increase how much you can dash, but they lower your base movement speed. And in general, things that lower your base movement speed are pretty awful. Okay, so this does have some pretty good stuff. We can obviously upgrade the Wind Slash basic. We've seen Fueled Berserk and Shock Assault. They are good spells. I'd probably rather have Shock Assault than this Rippling Rupture. And then Mentis Imperium is an interesting one. In a short AoE around you, you actually charm all the enemies, and then it's one of those things where I'm kind of impressed. A lot of games, when they have charm effects, they're just not very good. They're very limited in how effective they are. But in this game, it's pretty substantial. It honestly like lasts for a while, and the other enemies will attack. Can I get this thing somehow? The other enemies will attack the charmed enemy as well. What I found is that while the charm effect is very good, like it's a very effective charm, it just doesn't work very well holistically, because if you miss an enemy and don't charm it, then it ends up attacking you and doing damage. I feel like it's hard for me to play and not take damage when I use that skill, but it's definitely a good ability. I'm just not going to buy it because I've already got a full loadout, and I'd much rather get the cooldown reductions and maybe buy a spell later. Okay, so we got what is something that I've underestimated for quite a while, but is evidently my nemesis, which is this Burst Mage. Oh, apparently those things do not block projectiles. Okay, let's try to just kill off these assholes and then focus. Oh my god, really? Okay, so Air Typhoon is very, very bad against maybe bosses in general, but definitely this boss, because the thing that makes Air Typhoon good is the fact that it kind of halts the enemy in their tracks, and that's definitely... No! Jesus! Oh, am I too far away? Okay. Yeah. Wow. You know what? I don't think the Blast Mage is actually that bad. I think I'm bad. I think I'm just very, very bad at fighting this boss. It should not be this hard, or at least it doesn't seem like it should be this hard. Can you please die? Oh my god. In its death throes, it actually got me with one more projectile. Okay, so with 100 gold, I could get a healing potion. It would be a little bit wasted, so I'm not going to do it. And part of the reason I'm not going to do it... Hold on a second. I have about 101 gold. I can actually pick up an upgrade for my Wind Slash. That's actually decent. I mean, it's not super valuable just because it's not a good basic, so I don't use it much. But, oh, look at this. Oh, it shoots a little range thing at the end. I'm not even sure how... that might not have been worth 100 gold, but generally speaking, if you have gold and there's no relic that you're dead set on buying, it's worth it to enhance. So anyway, there's that thing, which gives me 75 health if I do a good job versus this boss. That'll give me another batch of health. Now, this boss, in my opinion, is one of the easier ones. So it's, kind of bad that she's first, in a way. There's one, because I'd rather fight her later. 2, 3, so that's everything. Okay. 1, 2. You'll notice I'm not using my signature, because I just think it's a mistake. 3, to try to damage the boss while they're still doing attacks. 1... No! Oh no, no. Mother of frickin' Jesus. I got stupid hit by one of them, and then it caused me to get fully hit by the other one. Yeah, so remember that time when I said this was one of the easier bosses? Okay. You really have to make sure you dash at the right time, apparently. That was 3. And the signature, can it please kill you? Thank you. Okay. Cool beans, Beauty Queen. Well, I'm very heavily damaged because I am terrible. What do we got here? Whirling Tornado. This is an interesting one. Go ahead and show it off a little bit. So it surrounds you and does some damage, and then you can actually move out of it, so you can set it in place and leave. I'm actually going to stick with what I have, though, because I actually like how the Cardus Prime follows you around. Which I think I found very, very helpful for keeping melee enemies at bay. And it seems to last a pretty good long while as well. And I like Rippling Rupture, because that gives me some range. And I like the Seismic Jump, Because I think, well, this could be a flaw in my gameplay. I think I am unnaturally attached to the Arcana that I start with. Now, you can't change out the signature one. I guess I don't care about changing out the dash or the basic one, but the standard Arcana that I begin with, I always want to hold on to it. Alright. Jump! No, no, no! Did I just get hit? I got hit, didn't I? Oh, I got hit by freaking poison. Oh my god. I hate these guys. It's just I'm so used to them being, you know, melee that... Did I really just... What is happening? How am I taking so much damage? Oh, those poison attacks don't have a... They don't actually have a... What's her face? It doesn't have any kind of a telegraphing. Well, I got an orb for my trouble, but it would have been nice not to take all that damage. So I might end up buying the health potion here, which I believe would be my first one. God, I hate these trees. Oh my god, are you serious? The trees. The trees have betrayed me. Alright, now the Typhoon should work pretty well against those guys. And then I think Rippling Rupture is kind of nice in that it doesn't... Oh, that is the problem with Air Typhoon. See, I was Typhooning two guys and the third guy just lanced me. Well, we're going to have a challenge room here. Nothing much for me to do, I guess. Ooh, managed to get lucky. What? How did that even happen? Oh my god, that is unreal. Oh man, I thought for sure I was gonna dodge that. Well, here's the boss. So if you're, you know, a happy-go-lucky kind of feller, you're gonna, you know, just fight the boss right now, but I am not going to, because what I would like to do is actually find the health potion first and buy it before I fight the boss. Well, the good news is I found where the health potion is. The bad news is I don't actually have 100 gold. Alright, Alga Poetry, some elemental resistance. Tesla Coil gives you a chance to shock foes. This deals more damage with lightning, which I don't actually have any of. Strangely, yes, I have air, fire, earth, air, water. Yeah, the lightning is the one I don't have. And the Flat Gauntlet's the one that lets you break projectiles with your melee attacks. I'm going to use my enhanced basic Arcana to blow up these barrels. The reason I am blowing up the barrels now is that this is going to be a challenge room, and of course you can use those barrels to try to, you know, destroy the enemies in the challenge room. But I find that for me ends up doing, wow, that is a lot of enemies. Holy moly! Goodness gracious! Great balls of burst mages. That signature, correct me if I'm wrong, did Jack Squat and Dickerdoodle. Man, my health is getting even lower. Okay, we're gonna do the follow the Boris. If you're bad, be slow. Always dash away, dash away, dash away all. Merry Christmas to all, and please die, Golem. Wow, I actually got my signature on this guy. Okay, the Vampire Goggles, they're only doing so much. I guess you could say I wasn't lucky in this run because I didn't find anything that improves my crit chance. That obviously would have been helpful. You guys are teleporting now, right? No, you're not? Oh, interesting. I should maybe turn on Cardus Prime first and then jump in. Maybe I'm doing my combo wrong. Okay, we got some interesting stuff here. I think I'm gonna grab something. So what the Horned Halo does is it actually cuts your health. And it's weird because it doesn't consume half of your maximum health, it actually cuts half of your current health. But when you die, you actually revive with low health. This is good if you can heal because it doesn't affect your maximum health, but I am not gonna heal up all the way. Then we have the boots, which I talked about before. I'm going to grab the Sharpened Stylus. That's a really good one. So what it does is it increases your damage, but it no longer charges your signature. And if you know me, you know that I don't actually care that much about the signature, especially with Air Typhoon being kind of a weak signature. So it's just a, it's just a damage buff, and a pretty significant one. And it doesn't really cost anything if you don't care about your signature. Okay, Ice Seekers, you just make these 3 ice things that find enemies. Got a dash. I don't like Wind Flurry, I've talked about it before. And then the Exploding Fireball is a fine spell, but I don't need a change to it. So that means we are going to get this healing potion. Heal up a bunch. And it's weird, actually, I'm at 86%, but I'm seeing some obvious places where I can explore more, so I might as well do it. Break that painting. Okay, so there's one little niblet over here, which... Oh my god, what is happening? Jeez, I really wish I had... Oh, I got hit. Really? Really wish I'd had... Whoa, what is even hitting? What? What? Oh my god. What is even hitting me? Okay, well, good thing I got a health potion. There's more stuff there. I would have liked to actually have jumped... Ooh, I almost blew myself up. To have jumped on... Oh my god, my jump is on cooldown. I want to jump on them because it should kill them in one hit. I think eventually, in like the later levels... Okay. Ooh, healing potions? Yes, please and thank you, ma'am. Okay. Let's queue it up. Jump. Typhoon. Okay, that sort of hodgepodge of random garbage seemed to work. I think I even healed a little bit from that fight. Okay. Oh no! Oh my god. Man, these projectiles, the worst thing about them is they're just like super slow moving, yet I always get hit by them. I must underestimate them or something. Wow, we are at 100%, which is lovely as well as lovely. Here's a barrel, it's got nothing in it. Okay, just dash away here. Break some trees. Just trying to get to anything. Oh, I got to the actual boss. Okay. Well, I don't think I want anything else, so let's go ahead and start this thing. Crash Knight. Well, I used to think this was the hardest one, but after making my video series, I'm beginning to wonder if actually I might not be better at... Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, what I should do is just not talk. I should just be like, hi everybody, Papa Boris here, playing some more Wizard of Legend, and I'm just closing my mouth. It's done. Mouth time is over. What even? How? How is that even a possibility? Oh my god, I'm such... Oh jeez. Oh, okay, yep, nope, just getting hit all the time. My Crash Knight wants to hit me all the time, hit me all the time, hit me all the time. Oh, maybe if I wait for him to get the little birdies. Oh god, this should kill him, shouldn't it? If I wait for him to get the birdies, then maybe that'll work. Okay, this is Creeping Tendrils. I don't like it very much. It's a short-range thing, kind of like the Typhoon. Just, I'm not a big fan of it. Alright, so I've already got the health potion here. I guess I'll take a quick peek. Nope, didn't want the chance to stun, more electricity damage, breaking projectiles, or the resistance. So, yeah, we will... Okay, fine, I'll take a look at the Arcana. What was there here? Alright, the Enhanced Ice Seekers. No, I'd rather just save the money and just buy health potions. It's a losing strategy because each time you buy a health potion, all the subsequent ones heal you for 5% less. So if you buy one in every single stage, then, you know, you start to really, it'll be 40, then 35, then 30, then 25, then like 20 by the end. But... I guess since I didn't buy one in the first level, or I don't think I bought one in either of the first two levels, so maybe it'll be okay, because the first one was 40 in level 2-1, level 2-2 would be 35, level 3-1 would be 30, and it will still be a quarter of my health in the final level, so it's not that bad, but... It's an interesting design choice. You know what? F it. We're gonna just fight the boss. Just gonna do it. I'm not gonna skip the level. I think you always wanna... I mean... Maybe not, but I feel like it's approximately accurate, let's put it that way, to clear every level. Just because of the money that you get, if nothing else. Okay, I don't actually know what I'm doing. What am I doing? I need to jump in, I need to Typhoon you, I need to turn on my thing! Okay, somehow those icicles, I think they actually did successfully stop the stuff coming at me, but I remember them not stopping it other times. Okay. Jump on you, you're not stunned anymore. Oh god, this guy summons things non-stop! I mean, take a vacation! It's Friday, alright? Go to TGI Fridays. Have a margarita, man. Don't need to work all the time. Combo gloves. Basic Arcana have an extra combo. 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that! Oh, I shoot 2 of them. Oh my god. Just be very careful that you do not press the F key on the teleporter when you are done with the boss fight. If you have much of a level left to explore, not only are you missing out on the potential to get something good from a shop, but you're also, of course, missing out on the gold. So even if you didn't care about that floor's shop, you might care about the shop on the next floor. That was actually a pretty easy one. This is another challenge room, isn't it? Yeah, you kind of start to learn start to get a feel. Oh, I got hit by a giant rock. Oh my god, you guys also need a vacation. I'll just typhoon you away to Hawaii, for Christ's sake. Is this another trap room? No, this. Oh, it is! It is another trap room! It has monsters in it, but more monsters spawn. That's just lovely. Although it's the blobs, it shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, we're fine, right? Oh man, you can't touch me. You can't touch this. Do. Okay, well, without any further ado, let's just get this health potion. And the Flat Gauntlet we've seen, Freezing Sprite we've seen. This is more earth damage, which would be from my Seismic Slam and my Rippling Rupture. I might actually just get that. And then the Surefire Rocket does nothing because my signature does not charge, so having it not decay would not be useful. Yeah, let's pick it up. That's 2 out of my 3 spells, so might as well get the bonus damage. That is a very long path, so I'm going to morph in here and go back to the middle. And we'll try going east. Okay, guys, come here, please. Boys, come here. Sometimes they jump into the pit. Oh, I thought I could push them into the pit, but I guess those guys don't get pushed unless you use a thing that specifically has a pushing effect. Come at me. Oh no, I'm an idiot! You know what I want to do today? What do you want to do today, Boris? You thinking of going to the movies? No, I think I want to surround myself with floating icicles and then walk into an explosive barrel. That's what I was thinking of doing. Ooh, this is, I don't have the money for it at the moment, but I think I will go for that, because that's going to give me more defense and more armor. I will lose 100 some hit points, more than 100. I always think it's 100, but it is in fact more than 100. Guys, come! Oh, gotcha! Oh man, there is nothing that makes you feel like a natural woman, or in my case, a stupid idiot, more than diving into a pit. Just dashing into it. I mean, it's sad. Oh, okay, thank you, Typhoon, for picking up that. God. Oh, I jumped right in front of him, but didn't quite get him. Ugh. Okay. Was I saying something constructive, or is I just being an idiot? Yes, let's go back here and get this dress. This is probably a terrible idea, but that's fine. Because the extra armor, because what that does is it enhances the effects of your cloak. Now, I am in particular wearing a cloak that has 2 defensive combos. One is the bonus armor, and it also adds to my defense. So this increases, if I understand correctly, the... Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. Oh, get them all in there! Oh, they teleported. This increases the flat damage reduction from 1 to 2, I would guess. Oh fuck! I just had a senior moment and didn't know what to do. Okay, what happened, and why did it happen to me? All right, so it increases my flat reduction from 1 to 2, I would guess, which means that if I get hit 100 times, which will definitely happen, then not 100 because it's more than 100. Well, it means if I get hit enough, basically every time I get hit. Be very cautious here because these stupid explosive barrels. Oh god. Very, very cautious. Do I have anything that will destroy these barrels? Yes, the Rippling Rupture, which I just used and is now on. Oh my god, they pushed. These guys pushed a barrel with them. They were like, tra-la-la, going out for a walk. Let me take a barrel with me. And then I hit the barrel and it blew myself up. Okie dokie. I missed a little sliver over here. So anyway, as I was saying from like half an hour ago, yeah, I think that if you increase your armor and you increase your flat damage reduction, then eventually it'll compensate for the health that you lost. And in theory, if I was good enough and I could like actually like go for, oh, did I just jump into the poison? I totally did. Oh my god. What? You guys, seriously, stop shooting arrows all the time. Unbelievable. I need to give me a moment. I want to have a moment, please. Thank you. Oh my god. Okay, so we've already bought the health potion here, unfortunately. What do we got? Earth Knuckles. Ooh, I do love both of these spells. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I don't know if I am gonna get enough money though. I need another 20. No, I need a cool 30 more gold to be able to get this Thundering Chain. I don't know if there's enough left. I'm already at 96%. And I've actually beaten the boss. Is there anything obvious that I missed? I don't really see it. So, okay, I guess I am just going to teleport out of here and not buy that Arcana. Oh man, I wish I could have bought another health potion. That would have been nice. So this is the hardest boss for me. There is one little trick I'd like to show you though. So one of the things that makes this boss deceptively difficult is that it's got all these trees. So what you can do is if you don't walk all the way, you can actually destroy some of the trees before he spawns. Now, unfortunately, I don't really have any long-range moves. So I guess I can get a couple of them. Okay, so he's going to do 4 attacks. Okay, so let's do this. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. You gotta really watch it when he does that drill. That's a really difficult one to dodge. Because he just kind of comes at you, bro. Oh, really? I didn't even have time to get over you. 1, 2, 3. This is a hard one to dodge as well. 4. This is gonna be difficult. Ah, man, he's only at half health. 1, 2. Ah, beep, 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 beep. Dude, I dodged into it! No, no! Oh no! Oh, that's his signature. It's so hard to dodge, but I dodged it! Oh my god! It happened! No! I didn't see that he was doing a thing! See, his opening seems like it's smaller than the other bosses. Oh, there's the drill. That's 2. What are you doing? 3, 4. Oh god, I need to get over there. Oh, I died. Okay, so no new signature unlocked. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon for some more Wizard of Legend and maybe other things. Take care.